This is the last video from our December trip, which is going to be us taking out the floor in Elsa's office, which I've been worrying and dreaming and just kind of obsessed with for ages, because those beams, because it's a pretty big move and somewhat structural. Anyway, you'll see. So please subscribe and let's see how we got on. So the first thing we did was try and get out all these old floorboards and save them so we can reuse them, because in my imagination we're going to reuse these on the walls of Elsa's office, which is kind of what was there originally, was these boards, and we saved all the ones that we took off in the summer, and I think we can make a pretty beautiful textural wall covering out of all these old boards, and maybe paint them, probably paint them, I'm sure we will. But yeah, we just basically prized them all up with crowbars, cut the ends off to make it easier, just losing a little bit of length there. But yeah. And you can see those beams that run underneath those boards. They're actually holding the sides of the building in. They're stopping the building kind of opening up like that. But what we did before we took all this out was we put in some rafter ties above, which are basically keeping the building from doing that. So the whole thing stays super strong, but we don't have these beams running along, bashing everyone's heads. There you go, there's a better view of those beams. That's Mikey, by the way, my friend Mikey from California, who lives in Berlin. Good old Tyrannosaur. Ah, there you go. So that was a little jump forward to it all being clear, but looking pretty good. So now comes the scary bit. This was what I was really worried about. I guess I didn't really trust those rafter ties, even though the structural engineer said it's all fine, it's safe, you can cut them out. And man, they were so heavy, like really, really heavy. You can see. It's like an entire tree, basically. But they're very beautiful, and we're going to be able to reuse those. One by one, taking them out. Opening it up. Wow, there you go. What a room. Pretty elegant, those rafter ties. Look at them, beautiful. Really beautiful, yeah. And seeing those roof windows. Sweet. And that is really interesting, that you can see there the end of the original building, because that gatehouse was originally smaller. So I think this bit that we are in now was basically added on afterwards. So you can see that that wall in front of you there is the end of what was originally the gatehouse. And I think that's extremely beautiful as well, and I think we should actually really preserve that, and you know, we'll paint it up and stuff, but it's kind of cool to keep it looking like the end of a building. Yeah, anyway. So then I started putting up the batons on the walls to add the second layer of insulation and to give us something really nice and flat to work to. Yeah, nothing major. Using the nail gun again made it pretty easy. I mean, there was quite a bit of messing around with having to kind of pack things in and out to get it level, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, we want it to stay a little bit wonky because that's the nature of the gatehouse, really, is the wonkiness. And then carried on through into the other side. Nice. Man, that nail gun is amazing. I feel like an American framer when I'm using that. Very sweet. So now we can basically just board on top of that. We can insulate another layer inside, and then we can board on top, hopefully with all that reclaimed board that we took off from the walls and the old floor from Elsa's office ceiling, and it should look pretty cool. So that was basically it, all framed out, ready to go for next time we go to Sweden, which is in 2 weeks' time. So there you have it, looking good. All right, so that was that. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe. Yeah, that was a good trip in the end. It was really tough, and I got ill at some point, but yeah, it was all good. And next time we go, hopefully we can have a little break in the weather enough to get those tiles back on, and then we can do the wiring inside, we can dig out the floor, we can insulate the floor, we can put floorboards in upstairs. So hopefully after the next trip it should really be looking almost like a dwelling, you know. Anyway, we'll see. Thanks for watching, lots of love, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.